Welcome, everybody, to the Welcome to We show. This is the show where we answer the question, what can we do together that we cannot do on our own? This is our education series, and I'm so honored that I get to bring you these incredible education leaders that are leading with kindness and compassion, that are helping us to create a culture of peace for our next generations. So I'm excited to share my dear friend. I'm going to bring her in here. She is the founder of the Kindness Evolution, and she's also helping with creating a Camp Kindness Day. And I wanted Wendi to tell us just a little bit about the backstory of the Kindness Evolution and how that has evolved into this Camp Kindness Day. Thank you for being here.
Oh, I love being with you, and I just always love your enthusiasm and shining a light on people that are doing the work, and thank you so much. So the Kindness Evolution evolved out of my awareness of how much kindness was actually going on in our nation, and compiling it both in my mind and also in a database. I've had 12 interns over the last 5.5 years helping me input all of these wonderful things that I uncover about kindness, whether it's people who are just doing amazing things in the school system, people who are writing curriculum or activities for parks or for the summer programs. And so I just started compiling all this information. And then I thought, what's possible when we get people together who are all committed to a kinder world? What's possible? And what came out of an event that I produced last year where I met Karen was the Kindness Collective, where leaders of kindness organizations came together to say, how might we collaborate? Because we need a new paradigm for what we're up against in our nation. And collaboration is the key. It's just collaboration is we are stronger together, which is everything that your show is about. So the purpose of Kindness Evolution is to fuel and power a positive shift in our nation. So the kindness is already there. It's not like we have to go out on the streets and create a whole hubbub. All we need to do is just do a little shift to make it intentional. Like, this is what our world needs, is for all of us to bring out our human nature that's already so natural and be intentionally kind to one another. And where we're seeing it really making a difference is the work, Karen, that you're doing, which is bringing it to the schools at a very young age where these kids can be practicing. Even though it's a natural value, you have to flex that muscle. You have to remember.
It has to be cultivated. I always say that a lot of people say that, that should be done at home. And I say, no, honestly, it needs to be cultivated in every part of their life, in their daily life, so that they start to just feel, ooh, it feels good to, do kind things. Ooh, it feels good. They start to associate it with a good feeling.
Yeah, and that it's a valuable quality,
and a power, superpower.
Yeah, I've been reading on social media recently, which is don't want your kids to be the most successful or the most athletic. Want them to be a kind individual. Then you've really been successful.
I know, and I love that I love our society is moving in that direction, because it hasn't always been that way. And now we really are seeing more and more organizations, more and more schools, more, like you said, the camps are getting involved, and summer camps. A lot of summer camps are talking about the golden rule and talking about compassion and how can we have more understanding. So how is it that you started working with the camps?
Yeah, I mean, it's such a wonderful part of the journey of the Kindness Evolution. But I had a video about my vision, and my sister shared it on her Facebook page. And the director of the camp, the summer camp that her kids all went to, is a friend and saw it on the Facebook feed and said, what she is talking about, which is in the Kindness Evolution, fully incorporating kindness, compassion, and care more fully into every aspect of our society. Yeah. So he said, that's what we do at camp all the time. And we just started talking about it. And we said, what if there was one day that just highlighted? Now, what's interesting is the summer camps really are out in the forefront, many of them doing programs and activities during their day or their evening, intentionally recognizing kindness, shouting out people that have been kind, giving people buddy awards for, supporting other people. There's an awareness that's happening at camp, not just as a value or a mission. Our camp stands for respect, but okay, how do you be respectful today? And then how do you share in your bunks that night how you were respectful? So the camps are already doing it. And Camp Kindness Day was created as a way to spotlight not only each individual camp that actually stands for that, but as a camping world. So we have organizations. Oh, who are the organizations have kindness clauses in their employee handbook? Who are the schools that have, well, now we're saying, well, who are the camps that are already doing this? And I mean, Karen, last year we piloted the first Camp Kindness Day, and on Instagram, 350 camps were trending hashtag Camp Kindness Day. So they're in the middle of their camp day and they're trending, look what we're doing. We're shouting out our counselors. Look what we're doing. We're creating inspiration boards. And so that was the pilot year. And this year, we are again collaborating with American Camp Association, Kindness Evolution and American Camp Association, to head into the annual, this is year number 2, Camp Kindness Day. It's on July 23rd, and camps across the nation and after school programs. This is really, really crucial. It's not just summer camps. It's after school programs. It's Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, YMCA, wherever you are gathering youth together, it's an opportunity to just say, today we're going to take our focus and really just focus on intentional kindness, compassion, care, generosity.
So to be part of this this beautiful expansion, then we would use the hashtag Camp Kindness Day for activities that we're doing in our local community, because we could do things in our local botanic garden, or we could do things in our local library, or we could be doing things.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so we're looking at how we can do that here and start to bring what we learn in our summer camps over to our school so that it expands from camp to campus, and then having this be something that the children can have their own kindness camp after school programs and things like that. So how would you suggest somebody who's just getting started, maybe just watching this right now and says, I want to do that in my little town?
Yeah, it's beautiful. So we've created all of these resources, and you can find them. So we are collaborating with American Camp Association, which is a 108-year-old organization. It is,
and they're ACA.org.
American. It's actually American Camp Association, and they have resources on their page. You just click Camp Kindness Day.
We'll make sure we put the links in the description.
Oh, good. And also kindnessevolution.org will be listing all of the resources as well. And there's just activities, whether it's appreciate someone and write a letter, whether it's to read aloud an inspirational story, whether it's to paint a word on a rock and create a whole little pathway to the where people eat. So you can just pick one activity and celebrate it on July 23rd, and you'll know that you're participating with a bigger group and really acknowledging and honoring the kindness that's in our world and our desire for more of it. And you can just do one little, or you can plan a whole day, or
we decided to do it for a week.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for it because I think that it'll be really nice to have this as something that can be an annual thing that people can get behind and start to see how they can carry this over into their day-to-day life.
Yes. And you had mentioned, one of the programs in development for Kindness Evolution is the Camp to Campus. And that's taking the work that people do to really acknowledge and shine a light on kindness, now taking that back to their schools. And a piece of Camp Kindness Day would be, there's also a leadership piece of it, because if you are going to want to take it back to your school, we want to help you be the strongest and most impactful leader, whether you're 9 years old or 16. So if you do want to take it back, that you stand up as a leader and that you get some encouragement and impact, that you're not out there alone, and that you bring something back to your school, always to celebrate on World Kindness Day. in November, and then whatever other days, Good Rule Day and Unity and all of that, but that we all know that on World Kindness Day in November that we're all celebrating together. And then we're building these leaders, who are going to be the future. And so these high school kids, and then take those kindness clubs into their into their colleges, and then bring it into those organizations. So it's the pipeline. And American Camp Association, we are so honored to collaborate with them because they reach 7.2 million kids.
Yeah.
So because they've been around for so long and are so reputable and are so solid, they have 100 organizations with them. YMCA, Girls Club, so there's the army of kids that are being shown the way in terms of the camp values. And now let's get them out into the school system and have them be the leaders. It's such a natural pipeline. So the fact that we can be bringing our intention and passion over here at Kindness Evolution to actually be reaching the kids, and then to be doing pilot programs like with you, where you're actually in the trenches. You are there with these kids, and with this summer, we'll support each other in you getting a curriculum together to send those kids back out to the classroom or camp to campus. So it's all happening.
It's so exciting, and it feels really, really expansive, because now you're inviting more of the communities. You've seen the success with the camps. The camp is a solid foundation, so you're going to have at least those 300 probably do it again because they loved it, I'm sure. And you probably will have a lot more than 300 because word of mouth will spread. But now I think that you're asking people to use that other hashtags or other ways that people that can shout out for each other.
Yeah. So the two places absolutely are Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
So Instagram, Kindness Evolution is taking on this focus for the summer. So we're hashtag Kind Evolution and hashtag Camp Kindness Day. We also have hashtag CKD. And we will be giving resources and shouting out and articles on the science of compassion and kindness, inspiring youth who are doing kind things. So really giving you a whole array in the genre of kindness and compassion. So that's Instagram. And then on Facebook, same hashtags, but also we're going to have a Facebook page. American Camp Association and Kindness Evolution are going to have a Facebook page for Camp Kindness Day. And there people can absolutely not only share with us what are you thinking about doing, because that's going to be really inspiring for other people, asking questions, where do I get the right paint for the rocks? I mean, anything, any support you need. So Facebook, it's going to be that page, Camp Kindness Day, and then Instagram. And so it's going to
love this. I just love this. And I love it because I can think of all the different places that it could really, really expand into, with your library, with your local botanic garden, with your local senior center, there's just the possibilities are endless.
Yeah. And like in Solvang, it's newsworthy. It's pressworthy that the community came together on July 23rd, the restaurants, that as a community you came together to celebrate in whatever way. So maybe a restaurant, as a kind thing to do, is going to give away a free cup of coffee or whatever it is, that everyone can participate.
Able skeevers.
So I think that what you just
That's what we're famous for in Solvang.
Oh, I didn't understand that. Okay.
Able skeevers are little Danish pastries. Oh. We're famous for our pastries here in Solvang.
I want one for free on July 3rd.
So, yeah, absolutely. Oh my God, I would love for you to be here. I would love for you to come and visit. And I'm sure that will happen. But I love this idea because I think now there's lots of wonderful educational resources that you do have on kindnessevolution.org. That's pretty much the hub of where most educators can go, correct?
Yeah. We have both a general resource list. We have an educational curriculum list, so it includes the 30 organizations that just for now, I already have 15 more that I need to get one of my interns to input. But up until we produced the event, we were putting in all of the information. So there's like 20 articles about the science of compassion and generosity and kindness. So you can look at the resources, the science or the curriculums or educational organizations that are bringing it in. So and also when we did the Unified Initiative for Bullying Prevention Month, we also have a whole resource section there of articles and activities against bullying. So yeah, lots of resources there. And if you're a resource that we don't know about, please email Wendi@kindnessevolution.org and let me know so that we can start including you too.
Absolutely. See, that's what it's all about. And it was really the inspiration behind having the Bully Prevention Month that started the Kindness Changes Everything program. I was only planning on going in for a month, and the kids and the teachers kept asking to come back. They were loving the program so much. And really, there was so much resource and so many, so much curriculum that I was taking really large concepts, like global education, and really taking that into bite-sized, digestible pieces. And that really helped me, especially with all the resources that you had on Kindness Evolution. That was how I started the I Spy Kindness. Because I was pointing out, like, oh, this is a way that we can see kindness, and this is where we might see kindness. And then I said, hey, let's play I Spy Kindness.
Yeah. Well, the other thing that brings me to, which is that we don't have to reinvent the wheel. I mean, we just, and so whoever wants to bring something into their home, into their community center, into their schools, just to go on the resource center, and you don't even have to pick a whole activity. You can see one word that says letter. Oh, let's write letters to our policemen and firemen, and so it's a way of not having to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to come up with some big activity yourself and research art projects. You don't have to do any of that. You just have to go on, take a look at what people are doing, see if anything rings true, and then just do a baby step, and then do a baby step.
Yeah, and the resources are incredible. I highly recommend everyone goes to kindnessevolution.org and like the Kindness Evolution page on Facebook, because you get notified when there's a new post coming up, and and there's so much love and so much kindness in that community. It's become such a beautiful global family of kindness and compassion. And really, we are pulling this, using all of our kindness leaders and our kindness and compassion leaders. And we're really starting to see that we are so much stronger together. So go on over to Kindness Evolution, I'm in, and sign up and share a little bit about what you're doing in your corner of the world, and we'll just amplify it for you. Can you tell a little bit about that too?
Yeah, thank you. So it's always been a dream of mine to actually see how strong we are together. Like, we can say we are, but it's like in this day and age of data and facts and figures, how do we see that? Yeah. And so I think there's a real opportunity, what I call is a visual petition. Yeah. So if you are a stand for kindness, compassion, generosity, and care, if you are a stand for that, to amplify that right now, that's really what's needed and can really make a difference in our nation. If you're in line with that, please take a stand with us and click I'm in. So at kindnessevolution.org, click I'm in. And what happens is, all you do is fill in your name. If you can put in your picture, that would be fabulous. If you're an organization, please put in your logo, and you submit. And then in real time, you go to the gallery and you get to see all of the organizations and the people that have clicked I'm in. Like, this is your tribe. This is our nation. These are the people that are standing together for something different. Like, we just need more positivity. And the fact that we can see each other in this visual data gallery, it just makes me so, so happy.
Yeah, so yeah, did this. This was the first national initiative for Bully Prevention Month was last October. So are you going to be doing that again for this October?
So I think we'll make October actually every year Bullying Prevention Month. And then what we have shifted to do is that for every month, you can be taking a stand for sure. I'm taking a stand for no bullying prevention. But also in the bigger picture, I'm taking a stand for good. I'm taking a stand for these 5 things: kindness, compassion, so that it's not exclusive. Every month that we include whatever unified initiative it is that you're taking a stand for, but at any time, anyone can take a stand for, I'm in to say, yay for these qualities that
But this past October, that was a national initiative.
It was our first national initiative, and we were not in it alone. We were all together, which was beautiful. And we all got to see the resources that were available for the focus of that month, and how many of us were standing together, articles, inspirational people doing, standing for that. It was really something. It was besides being impactful, it was very heartwarming to be doing it with you, to be doing it all together.
And that's the thing. We always talk about the 3 I's, to be informed, inspired, and involved makes the we, right? 3 I's makes the we. And we are all in this together. And that's why we have put together these Welcome to We shows and these education series, so that we can talk about what can we do together that we cannot do on our own. When I met Wendi, I was so inspired by her and her vision to bring people together in a way that everyone was heard. I'd never been to a convention where it was so kind and beautiful, because there were no hierarchies, and people didn't even read their bios, and you didn't know who you were sitting next to, really. You were just visiting, and before I was with, the founder of Random Acts of Kindness, was in my group, and Will was as sweet as anybody possibly could be. And and that's what I loved about this vision that you have. And I hope that this is something that really, really does take hold, because it's such an important thing that we really look at kindness as a superpower in our world. And we can see that now because of the statistics and what you've been able to bring with the data. So thank you, Wendi, for all that you have done for our planet, for our beautiful children, for the animals, and for our, the trees, and for all the beautiful, the waters. And I'm just really honored to be on this journey with you. And this mission just keeps getting more and more beautiful. Oh, it's your kitty. Oh, special.
Kitty came in. I need to clarify one thing, which was Will was with World Kindness USA. So I just want to make sure, because you had mentioned a different organization, I just wanted to make sure that was clear, for World Kindness USA and the World Kindness Movement, which we're going to shout out in November.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, because I thought he was the first one that wrote the Random Acts of Kindness, didn't he?
And he did. And he did.
Okay.
Yeah. So Random Acts of Kindness Foundation is now different. He did start it back in the 70s. He's a major player, actually. We got to get him on board, too. Yeah.
Yeah, he is such a sweet, sweet soul, too. And I mean, everyone there was. And, we became lifetime friends, and I'm helping Emmanuel, who is Compassion Leaders. He's going to be publishing his book. He's got a beautiful book that he's doing, and now he's training. And there's just so many wonderful, wonderful connections that came from that meeting in person. Yeah. So I just want to thank you again for organizing and for all that you have done for our planet. It has really raised the level of love and light on our planet. So thank you so much. And I'm really excited for our, what we're going to be doing next. And this education series is going to be a really wonderful way for educators to have tools. And so thank you for all the tools that you are sharing.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Lots of love, Karen.
Thank you. Lots of love to you, too. Okay. And thank you so much for sharing your kitty with us, too.
Yeah. Thank you.